be different, cause I'm a leader. Never shy away from Christ, let them know I'm a believer. Stand against deceivers, cause I'm a leader. If you're not solving problems, then we don't need you.
I want to introduce you to some of my young friends from the Carver neighborhood. We haven't come up with a name for our group yet, but we're working on that.
I'm Jessica, I live on Sherman Street.
I'm Young Will, I live on Sherman Street.
I'm Antoine, I live on Preston Street.
I'm Liana, and I live on Riddle.
I'm Lamont, I live on Preston Street.
My name's Trey, and I stay on Preston Street.
We've decided that there isn't enough to do around here, and we're going to do something about it. The Carver Revitalization Initiative inspired us to write down all the ideas we had to have fun, and we decided to get to work. We split our time between brainstorming, learning about doing life and building community, and simple activities for entertainment. We're working together to design plans for education and entertainment in our neighborhood. If it's the kids that we want to reach and teach, then we have to work with them to understand what influences them the most. If you want to contribute, we need tire patches for the bikes we had donated. They're good bikes, we just need to patch them up so we can go on bike rides together. I'll be releasing an official schedule next Monday for those of you that would like to get involved. Every person in our community spends money on a daily basis. As a community, if we want to develop economically and prosper as a people, we need to spend as much money possible inwardly as a community in order to keep more of our wealth. One of my decisions as a citizen leader is to make it my responsibility to learn from others and help people in my community build wealth and prosper. We're going to do that by inspiring or creating production. According to an estimate in the Schubert report provided by NeighborWorks Waco, if you added up all the money earned by residents just in our community, it would equal up to around $68 million a year. What I'm working on is building the influence necessary for long-term citizen-led economic growth. One of my first focuses will be the Gizmo Guru Paintball Park off of Loop 340 and University Parks Drive. The Gizmo Guru store is located on 32nd and Franklin. Don Metters, the owner of Gizmo Guru, is one of the local business owners that has agreed to sell any quality products that fit his business if we can manufacture them. We already have a few ideas for some new simple products that will fit this market. Gizmo Guru sells everything from gag gifts to surveillance equipment. If you want to make your own soda, need paintball equipment, or maybe you have a paintball or airsoft gun that just needs to be fixed, the Gizmo Guru can help you out. The Gizmo Guru Paintball Park is a separate location only 5 miles from our neighborhood. Not only are we going to provide more positive entertainment for our young people, but we're also going to bless this local business by making it our first business development project. We'll have details for this next week. We want the people of East Waco to prosper as development comes our way. We're planning to start a few fundraisers in December as we prepare to make a difference in 2013. We're on Chapter 3 of Put Your Dream to the Test by John C. Maxwell, The Reality Question. Am I depending on factors within my control to achieve my dreams? If you're working to accomplish anything, please go buy this book. If you're like me, the first paragraph of this chapter makes you feel really good. It says, quote, "Dreams, by definition, are not supposed to start with reality. They are supposed to be fantastic, incredible, and out of the box. After all, they are birthed from hopes, desires, and possibilities. They are the products of imagination and creativity," end quote. I almost don't want to talk about the next part that says, quote, "However, we don't have the ability to attain whatever we seek. I don't possess the ability to achieve every potential I can imagine. I don't believe that I can achieve any goal. That is not reality," end quote. When I was first invited to travel all across the country performing and promoting my music, I expected to blow up just because people were hearing my music. I was relying or believing on things outside of my control. I was fantasizing. These are a few comparisons this chapter that really made me check myself. Fantasizers rely on luck. Dream builders rely on discipline. Fantasizers focus on the destination. Dream builders focus on the journey. Fantasizers wait. Dream builders initiate. And fantasizers avoid personal risk. Dream builders embrace risk as necessary. This is only a few examples of a longer list John shares. I'm only sharing teasers because I want you to go out and buy this book if you're a dreamer. What we invest our money into, we take more seriously. I'm not getting paid anything to promote this book, nor will I accept any payments in the future to promote books. I want people to know that when I promote a book, it's because it's helped me personally, and this one has. My plans for this week were to focus on the way that the city and the county tax us and where that money goes. But because of the story concerning my community in yesterday's paper, I decided to weigh in on that instead. On October 22nd, our assistant district attorney offended many people in our community when he described us as, quote, a world foreign to most. It's a world where people go by street names and organize into gangs and cliques. Mr. Davis continued with many more ignorant comments that aren't true and aren't worth repeating. I understand that we're human and we offend people sometimes, but I don't understand why Abel Reyna, our district attorney, refuses to apologize. He seems to think that because he's Hispanic or from Waco, he couldn't possibly offend this community. Mr. Reyna, I don't care what office you hold. Your response proves that you do not represent East Waco, nor do you have a pulse on this community. I want to take this time to educate Mr. Davis and Mr. Reyna on the real East Waco. We are a community that is overtaxed and underserved. We're a community that organizes into committees, not gangs and cliques, to do the work the city and the county should be doing. We're a community that has been misrepresented and neglected by our elected officials. Evidently, the mindset of those that are supposed to enforce justice is that we're lesser than a civil community. I invite Mr. Reyna and Mr. Davis to watch The Activist every Monday. If they do, they'll see the real East Waco, where we're learning about the unjust systems that govern us and growing servant leaders. Next week, we'll talk about our taxes, and I'll tell you about a new network that's going to pick up a longer, more professional version of The Activist as a reality show. I'll see you next week. Visit politic.com, make a donation. We need your support.